What's going on, guys? Mr. Jones coming at you once again. I hope you guys had a good weekend. Believe it or not, we're already in week 9. So we're almost halfway through the semester, believe it or not. So if you guys need help or need to catch up, please say something. Send me an email. Let's figure this out. It is not too late. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to go ahead and talk about Ready, Set, Go 5.2. We're going to skip a bunch of stuff in this unit in general. So just bear with me. So the very first thing, it just says symbols. So symbols that you should be familiar with. Make sure you do this in pencil so you can erase the ones that you miss. Okay, I'm going to try and go over this in class and give you guys the answers, but I want to see if you guys can come up with these on your own, see how many of these you actually know. Okay, so on number, let's go over a couple just in case you can't tell what it actually looks like. So this is number 7. Number 7 says GH, and then it has a line on the top with an arrow going in both directions. Okay, so make sure that you know that. Number 10 has a GH, and that one just has a line like that, no arrows. And number 11 looks like it just says GH, and it has an arrow, but the arrow's going in a single direction. And let me look and see if there's any other ones that I think. If there's any other ones that you can't tell exactly what it's saying, please let me know. All right, read this part. Below is a set of common mathematical symbols. Your job is to match them to their definitions. And then here's the question I want you to answer. So give me a sentence or two for this. Are their symbols logical? Are the symbols logical? In other words, does it make sense that that symbol would match what it says it is, right? So that's pretty much it. And then the question is why or why not? So why or why not? So are they logical? Basically, yes, I think that they're logical because, or no, I don't think that they're logical because, and then give some examples of why you think they are or aren't. So I'm looking for sentences there. Sentences. Okay, don't be lazy. All right, as we go down, we're going to skip this portion. Actually, I don't even know that I'll give you that on your paper. And you're going to have this on your paper. Okay, so 20 through 23. Okay, 4 problems. Let's do one thing really fast. Okay, Pythagorean theorem. Okay, actually, I'm just going to post a different video on Pythagorean theorem. So, assuming that you've watched the video on Pythagorean theorem, you can do a couple of these. Number 20 requires Pythagorean theorem. And number 22 is going to require some Pythagorean theorem for sure, right? So you should know it's anything to do with right triangles and solving for sides. You should be thinking of the Pythagorean theorem. On 20 through 23, you're going to notice that there's something that says given. Make sure that you read the given because this is what you're given for free. So look at number 20. This says the measure of angle C equals 90 degrees. That's telling you that this angle right here is a right angle. So normally what students do is they draw the box, right? They draw the box on the triangle, okay, like this to remind themselves they have a 90-degree angle. Once you know you have a 90-degree angle, now you can start using rules that you can start using for 90-degree angle. If it didn't tell you it was 90 degrees, you can never assume. Okay, this is important. We always I talk about this normally if we're in class and I say, hey, is this a 90-degree angle? And I know my line looks awful, this line right here, but don't judge me. So is this a 90-degree angle, right? And a lot of students will say, yeah. And so then I'll say, well, how do you know? Well, it looks like a 90-degree angle. Look, it's a corner right here. This is obviously 90 degrees. When I said, well, what if it was 89 degrees? Would you be able to tell the difference? If it was 91 degrees, what if it was 89.9 degrees? Would you be able to tell the difference? Of course you wouldn't. Okay, so unless you're told that it's 90 degrees, okay, you can't just make it 90, you can't just call it 90 degrees. So that's a rule in geometry. You have to know for sure that you're dealing with that kind of angle, and that's why you're given that here. Same thing here. You're given that you have a 90-degree angle. Okay. This one here, you have 3 triangles. Remember that this means triangle. Triangle BEC and CED and DAB are all right angles, right triangles. Remember, a right triangle means you have a right angle, just like this one. This whole triangle is a right triangle, and this is the right angle in that right triangle. Okay, so make sure you understand the vocab. And then lastly, you have to understand on number 23 what the word bisect means, okay? So what does it mean if something is bisected? So let's think about what the word dissect means, right? Think about whenever you're in, I don't know, middle school. I don't know when you guys ever got to dissect, but I know I dissected a fetal pig and a frog and all kinds of different stuff. So it like means to like cut it into multiple pieces, right? Bi means two. Bicycle, right? You have a bicycle, it has 2 wheels, so this prefix means two. So bisect means to cut into 2, and it's equal pieces, right? Equal pieces. So if you bisect something in math, you know it's 2, and it means 2 pieces equally. You never just get to cut it however the heck you want. There has to be a rhyme or a reason. So a bisect means cut it into 2 equal pieces. So for example, if this says that you're bisecting something, keep in mind that both sides afterwards have to be the same. And if things are the same, you can set them equal to each other, right? I'm going to say that again. That's really important. If you have 2 pieces of an equation that are the same, you can set them equal to each other. That's literally what equal means, right? If I say 6 minus x equals 10, that's literally saying whatever this side equals better equal whatever this side equals. That's literally what this sign means, that this side has to be the same as this side. Okay, so if you bisect, you're cutting it into 2 equal pieces. All right, guys, 4 problems. If you remind me, I'll definitely go over these in class. They're a lot of fun. So remind me if I don't already do it, and I'll go over them next time I see you guys. All right, have a good one.